Everything available first week of 11.2. I divided this in outdoor, I divided it in dungeons, delves, and rep. Those are the 3 ones. Those are the 3 big boys. Okay, we start with the outdoor stuff. We're gonna have a quest line. That quest line has 5 chapters in total. We're gonna have access to chapter 3 only. What we have noticed is that chapter 4 has the skip for the quest line, not chapter 3. So let's hope that they will fix that. Otherwise, it's gonna be very annoying every time you're gonna enter the fucking Karesh with an alt on first week. Side quests, there are 11 of them. You will have access to all 11 side quests. Why I don't have full of this achievement is because In Search of Darkness it has been bugged for a very long time. Then they fixed it, and then another part of the quest got bugged. But yeah, you will be able to complete this entire one on the first week. All 11 side quests. World quests, there are 11 world quests, half of the week, and then you have 11 more world quests on the other half of the week. So in total, 22 world quests, plus special assignments. We're gonna have 3 weekly activities. The warrants, which unlock with now 3. It's actually more than unlock with now 3. If you really want to unlock it, you have to have access to face diving, because it's part of the face diving. So that means that you need to reach chapter 3, the quest line unlocks, so you can jump into the face. That one will have a weekly activity that rewards ethereal wraps. Ethereal wraps is the upgrade for your back, your artifact back. Then we have face diving, second activity. That will also have a weekly quest. And the only thing we have seen tied to this weekly quest is the currency Untethered Coin. Untethered Coin you use to buy cosmetics. We have seen some stuff that seems to be tied to this weekly quest, but it's not out. Like a weekly chest. Activity in the zone. It's called Ecological Succession. This one is a storyline that's going to be for several weeks. You're gonna take care of and take in animals, species, into these ecodomes. You're gonna get one for bees on the first quest, first storyline, this week, the first week. You're gonna have access to 3 weekly quests, and you're gonna access to 1 daily tied to the bees. Those 3 weekly quests rewards carved crests. You're gonna have 1 weekly activity to take care of the ecodome. That one has a wriggling box that gives you a piece of veteran gear. You fill up a bar basically in that ecodome by taking care of the place, and then you have it. You will also have access to the world boss, the Reshanor. He has a chance on dropping champion gear, 688, but the gear is warbound random gear, so it can be leather, cloth, main plate, like it is in Undermine right now. That's the outdoor. So if you think about if you would do all outdoor stuff, you would have, well, except for reputation now, reputation talk about later. You will have 1 upgrade for your back. You would have carved crests. You will have 1 piece of veteran gear. You might get a champion gear, and you will have some explorer and adventure gear as well from the world quests. And also, a very important one, you will also have key fragments for the relic coffee key. Definitely do those. Okay, that's what you get more or less from the outdoor activities. Dungeons. We're gonna have 8 dungeons. Ecodome, Hall of Torment, Tazavesh, both of them, both versions. Arakara, Seer Echoes, Dawnbreaker, Private Sacred Flame, and Floodgate. We have access to all 8 on the first week. What we don't have access to on the first week is the hard mode of Tazavesh. We will have access to it on normal, heroic, and mythic. Mythic 0. If you do the normal, it's 639 eye level. You can spam it. If you do it on heroic, it's 665 eye level. Goes up to 678 with upgrades. It's adventure gear. Adventure gear means that you can upgrade it with Valor Stones, half of it, and Weathered Crests, the other half of it, to come up to 678. And you can spam it. Mythic 0, you'll have access to each of these once. So it's once a week per dungeon. Well, access you have, but reward-wise, you only get for 1. Mythic 0 drops champion gear, 682 eye level. Yep, that's a big boy. So yeah, so when it comes to dungeons, you can bathe in adventure gear based on how much time you put on it. And if you're lucky, you will get some champion gear, if you're lucky. So for now, so far, you have chance on champion gear from outdoor content. You have chance on champion gear from dungeons. You already have a veteran gear from outdoor content, and the rest is adventure and shit. Delves, next one. We'll have access to all tiers of delves. Tier 1 to 4 is unlocked. The rest you have to unlock again. You don't have any curiosities or anything. You need to start over. Brand goes up to 100, by the way, now. You can start farming these curiosities directly on week 1. Runed and gilded crests are removed on first week. Instead, you get carved crests. Carved crests goes all the way up to tier 11. And 11 gives you 10 carved crests. Now, what I think is going to happen is that a 7 and above will be carved. under 7 will be weathered. Okay. Bountiful Delves. Reward champion gear with the coffee key chest. That's also what we saw pre-season on PTR. Which means if you grab all your 4 keys, that is 4 pieces of champion gear. Can you grab 5 keys? Most likely. We have so much outdoor content right now. We have so many world quests. We have so many things where they can add all these keystones, right? So if you're lucky, you might get 1 more key fragments. If you're lucky. Okay, so before we move on, what do we have access to so far? Champion gear, chance on it from M0. Champion gear, 100% from Delves. 100% veteran gear from the outdoor content. A chance on champion gear from the world boss. That's where we are right now. So if it is like we see it on PTR, well, not now on PTR, because now on PTR we're on the season 3. If we see like we saw pre-season on PTR, then you can farm your ass off on these carved crests as well. Carved crest comes from the side chests, not the main chest. Meaning, carved crest comes not from the coffee key chest. It comes from the other 2 that you don't need a key to open. So basically, you can go in and farm and cap those carved crests. And weathered if you want that as well. Carved crests are used for what? The champion gear, half of it, and the veteran gear, the top half of it. Okay, what we didn't talk about actually when it comes to outdoor content, mainly because I can't find my data about it, is the activities pre-season, if it actually gives veteran. What we do know is that the wriggling box from Karesh gives veteran on first week. But the rest of the caches, I don't know if they give veteran. But it's definitely worth to try. If it works, at least that's 1 more veteran, if it works. Alright, then we have the last one, reputation. Do you need to farm reputation in 11.2 like you've always been doing, most of you guys, pre-season? No, definitely not. The only people that will farm reputation are the people that needs special shit from it. What is special shit from it? Is the profession. Profession, Renown 5. Those are the big boys. Renown 5 gives you the health potion that you can craft that. The... not Invis, the Vanish potion I would call it instead. That M+ definitely gonna need. Tailoring, the best gems for the legendary back, the artifact back. People's not gonna run around with the crappy one from the vendor, they're gonna want one from the tailor. Inscription, reputation, inscription, Vantage rune. That's the big boy. When it comes to power, well that's indirect power, but you can still get it from other people, right? When it comes to power for yourself, the only power that you can farm to is Renown 7. That gives you veteran gear. Now, do you need that veteran gear? That's totally up to you. If you do everything in the new zone, everything that is tied to reputation, you'll reach Renown 6.8. So you won't even reach Renown 7 if you do everything. If you do everything and you have grabbed the Darkmoon Fair buff, you grab the fucking hats, you're fully like it. If the buff goes away, you put 1 directly up and do everything, then come to Renown 7.5. So Darkmoon Fair buff, if you really want to reach that Renown. Without Darkmoon Fair buff, you will not reach that Renown. You will not have that veteran gear. Those are the things you'll have access to on week 1.